Canadians in Gaza trying to escape the war between Israel and Hamas are in for another agonizing wait today. The biggest group are on today's list to exit at the Rafah gate, but that gate is closed again right now. These are images from Wednesday, when a group of Canadians went through the same experience, being told they could finally cross from Gaza into Egypt, getting to Rafah, only to find out that the border was closed. This morning, officials with Gaza's border authority have posted the names of foreign nationals allowed to leave. It's a list that had names of 266 Canadians, permanent residents, and their families. Tom Perry is in Cairo to begin our coverage on this Friday morning, and he's been bringing us the very latest on these developments. Tom, you've often said through this past week that the situation changes very quickly, and it looks like that's happen again. It was to be open. Now what are you hearing?
Well, I think what I've been saying all week is that it's a fluid situation, and no, it's still fluid. Now, hopefully this is just a temporary hiccup. We are hearing from nothing official from the Egyptian government, nothing official from the Palestinian Border Authority, but we are hearing from sources that the Rafah crossing is closed again this morning. As I said, this is an on-again, off-again problem. We've been seeing this closed for 2 days over the weekend, closed for a while yesterday, reopened. 32 Canadians got through. So hopefully it's a short-lived problem. They can sort things out. You know, we've seen this in the past. There have been issues with Hamas demanding greater security for ambulances making their way to Rafah. Not really sure what the issue is this time. As I say, hopefully it gets sorted out quickly, because as you mentioned in the intro there, the list came out today, that list put out by the Palestinian Border Authority for people approved to go through the Rafah crossing, 266 Canadian names on it. That is by far the biggest number of Canadian names that we've seen since they started putting out these lists last week. We did see earlier this week 75 Canadians make it through. There were 80 names on the list, actually. 75 made it through. Yesterday, there were 40 names on the list. 32 Canadians made it through. They're all being processed down at the Canadian Embassy right now. They're getting their visas, they're getting their tickets, they're being put up in hotel rooms until they can figure out what their next step is going to be. It's going to be a challenge if these 266 people come through. Certainly the biggest job that the diplomatic staff here at the embassy will have to take care of since Canadians started showing up. But again, got to get them through the border first. Right now that's not happening, but who knows? That could change very quickly.
Tom, surely what we're seeing again today illustrates the challenges for getting Canadian out of Gaza.
Well, yeah, no one said this was going to be easy. And I mean, when you talk to the embassy staff here and you talk to, Canadians, even Canadian officials back in Ottawa, when they were first thinking about this, they always talked about, this was going to be a complicated matter. Gaza's tough at the best of times, and these are not the best of times. And so things are just that more complicated. So what we're waiting to see now is just how quickly this one can get sorted out. Is it a short-lived one? Is it a long one like we had over the weekend? We just don't know. It is fluid. It is unstable. So the hope is that it gets sorted. The hope is that these 266 Canadians can get through, can join the more than 100 Canadians who've made it here as far as Cairo and now have to figure out where they're going next. But again, all a little bit up in the air. We'll keep tracking it through the day, and we'll see how it goes.
Tom, thank you very much. We will be live back to you as you bring us the latest from Cairo. Thank you so much this